Hello, I'm Brian Spinski from Lost Silver Productions, and welcome to this week's edition of Convention Attention Abridged. I'm sorry, I'm just playing Pokemon Go here, in case you missed the announcement a couple weeks ago. Go Team Mystic. And it just says I just got a medal here, but caught 3 tiny Rattata? That's a thing? Well, since we're talking about Pokemon Go, let's get that news out of the way first. In particular, let's get the biggest news to come out of the week, because now, as some people were expecting, the legal battles are just about to begin. In spite of the warnings placed at the beginning of the game, many Pokemon Go players have still been trespassing on private property in attempts to zero in on Pokemon, and some people have had enough. New Jersey resident Jeffrey Martyr has filed a class action lawsuit against Nintendo, the Pokemon Company, and Niantic Labs this week, claiming that the game entices players to trespass by placing Pokemon stops and gyms on private property without the owner's permission. In his case, for instance, since the game's launch, he claims that strangers have loitered around his house with their phones and that, quote, at least 5 individuals have knocked on his door to request access to his yard in order to catch Pokemon. In other legal news, the New York Daily News reports that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has issued a directive to the State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to forbid Pokemon Go from being played or downloaded by any registered sex offender within the state. Otherwise, it will be considered a violation of their parole. Now, obviously, with regards to that last one, naturally, we are always concerned with child safety, so good idea on Governor Cuomo's part to do that. There's already enough things out there that we don't have to worry about or that we do have to worry about the sex offenders getting to our kids in whatever capacity. Any one less step would always be good. But I'm sorry, about the lawsuits. It makes no sense to me that you would jump fences into zoos, run across crowded streets, and all these other things just because it tells you there's a jinx on the other side of the road or whatever the case is. And to those people like that 15-year-old girl and her mom a couple of weeks ago who were claiming that the game made her do it. Give me a break. Did this thing get hypnotic, demonic possession or control over you that it forced you to do these things? No. You are human. You have a brain. You have common sense. Use it. Of course, if you choose not to use common sense, some revenge could be enacted upon you, as was the case in the city of Basel in northwestern Switzerland, where a viral sensation has come up regarding Pokemon Go. As a prank, a series of people have gone through the city of Basel, all dressed as Pikachu, throwing around a giant Pokeball at unsuspecting passerby in an attempt to get revenge on behalf of the Pokemon. It's been a viral hit on YouTube, and if you haven't seen it already, oh, yikes. Would you hate to be one of those people walking by and suddenly around a corner, you get smacked upside the head by one of these giant Pokeball monstrosities? No, who is that? Mario's. And he's what?
The Super Mario.
Right, exactly. My little guy Joey here knows about the next thing that we're going to talk about. If you are a gamer like that,
Yes.
yes, if you're a classic gamer who about my age or perhaps older or whatever, then you know that back in the 80s when Nintendo was in its heyday with the NES and Super NES, you know that if you wanted to keep up on the latest news, you know there was one place you needed to go.
Yeah.
The pages of Nintendo Power magazine. Well, the reason why Joey's peeking in is because even though Nintendo Power stopped
I want to serve it.
even though Nintendo Power stopped circulation in 2012, I'm going to keep talking over him. It turns out that there is a website that is going to great lengths to trying to save it. A group has taken to archive.org and begun the painstaking process of uploading and sharing with the world every single issue of Nintendo Power magazine that was ever printed from the magazine's inauguration in July of 1988 to its end in December of 2012. And while not every issue is up at this moment, most issues from the beginning in 1988 all the way through 2001 are present. So if you consider yourself a classic gamer, take a look at the colorful covers and all the inside information and how detailed that these magazines really were. It really is a testament to the classic video game fan. You owe it to yourself to take a look at this. This week in Pakistan, members of the PTI party, no, not this PTI party, submitted a resolution that proposed a banning on the dubbing of the Japanese anime Doraemon into Hindi. They claimed that the cable networks are having a negative impact on Pakistani children airing the anime. Furthermore, the Pakistan Electronic Media Regulatory Authority wants to ban 24-hour cartoon channels in general, claiming that they adversely affect the educational and physical well-being of children. Meanwhile, in the neighboring country of India, Ashish Chaturvedi also criticized both the Hindi and English dubs version of Doraemon and some other anime for their, quote, adverse impact on children. Among other things, he claimed, "When I saw a young boy imitating Nobita Nobi, I clapped for him. But I was completely shocked when his parents said that he was so addicted to Doraemon and they have not been able to get him out of Nobita he was aping. He keeps asking for gadgets or hoping for a miracle to happen, just like Nobita." I'm sorry, so they think that's a corruption to education because they're using, I don't know, their imagination? This past Sunday, the city of Tokyo held a gubernatorial election where the winner was Yuriko Koike. She has officially become the first female governor in the city's history. What makes this noteworthy here is that during her campaign, she appealed to the otaku part of the Tokyo population and mentions that she believes that Tokyo should be transformed into anime land. Now, she made this comment while campaigning in Akihabara, which, for those that don't know, is Tokyo's otaku mecca. But she has been there several times before, even going so far as to cosplay during Halloween and for other special occasions as well. I gotta tell you something. Our guy Scott here, he's planning to go to Tokyo next year. I'll bet you anything if they actually succeed in doing this, if Governor Koike did succeed in turning Tokyo into anime land like she wants, I'll bet you anything Scott will go to Tokyo and never come back. There's one more new item that we need to discuss this week, but it's not coming from me. It's actually coming to us courtesy of voice actor Devon Talbott of Holy Night. He's launching a brand new horror web series called Fear, and he's been so kind as to allow me to share his pitch video that will explain what it's going to be like, and also to tell you that he has an Indiegogo page where he is accepting contributions to donate into the creation of the series. All of that information will be in the links below this video, which you can also look at after this is done. But for now, I'll let Devon himself explain the series and everything involved with it. So Devon, take it away. Oh, slight parental discretion advised if you're not into this kind of thing.
I understand why you might be feeling a little afraid.
Hi, I'm Devon Talbott, and I'm making a web series called Fear. Fear is a horror web series with some funny moments inspired by real events and folklore in New York City history. On its surface, Fear is about a young man named Carl who moves into a haunted apartment building that his brother's been living in. At its heart, Fear is about surprising you, the audience, telling you a great story full of twists and turns, delivering the horror, and showcasing some truly talented actors. We have some cool perks for you and a great viewing experience. Here's where the money's going. With your help, we can deliver some awesome locations, production insurance, get storage space for filming in 4K, which we are, and equipment to deliver a really quality web series with high production value.
Yeah, the web series looks great. The footage looks great. But I think Devon's lost his mind. He's trying to make it the best it can be, but he's actually gone crazy. I think he could use your help.
Jonathan, what are you telling them? Most importantly, we promise you a high-quality horror web series that you won't forget. Check out feartheseries.com for updates and more clips. On behalf of myself, the cast, and everyone involved, thank you so much for your support.
And that's going to do it for this week's issue of Convention Attention Abridged, as my little guy tries to escape me here a little bit. And if you're going to be in the Otakon area next week, Scott Goldiner, a member of our team, he's going to be there enjoying the... Yes, Joey likes Scott very much. He's going to be in the Otakon fields there next weekend, and please be on the lookout for him. Say hi to him, and he's going to have plenty of Card Shark surveys for you guys to answer, so please feel free to go and respond to them. And also, don't forget, based on that, to be here for this coming Wednesday's Convention Attention podcast episode, where we want you guys to come in and tell us your Otakon memories from Baltimore before the big move to DC. That's this Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Also, let me just remind you, as we announced, or maybe as we're announcing right now, I don't know, that in 2 weeks we're going to be at Liberty City Anime Con on Friday, August 19th and Saturday, August 20th, the first 2 days of the 3-day convention. We've got 3 hours of games lined up for those 2 days. We're going to make an official announcement on what games exactly next week, so stay tuned to our Facebook channel and to right here with Convention Attention, and we'll give you all the details. And please don't forget, if you like what you see here, be sure to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube and on Facebook at facebook.com/LostSilverProductions. And please donate to our Patreon page at patreon.com/LostSilver to help us with our convention game shows so that we can give you more and bigger prizes, and we'll give you some cool swag in return. Until then, I'm Brian Spinski from Lost Silver Productions, and we will definitely see you on the con floor very soon. Say bye, Joe. Say bye, Joe.
Bye.